What's up? What's up? What's going on with you? Good morning to everybody. Donald Morton here, founder of Remain. Excited to talk with you today. Say good morning when you come in. Let me know that you are here and you're present as we kind of talk about the stuff that we need to talk about. Yo, what's happening? Whoever that is, you've not given StreamYard permission uh, to let me see your name. So I don't know who that is saying yo to me. But good morning to you, bro. I'm assuming that's a brother. Let me know who that is. Johnny Bazemore, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Man, we got to fix that. And I don't know whether it's something we can do on our end or whether it's something you got to do on your end. But I like to call you brothers by name. I like to make sure that I'm respecting who you are as men. So make sure that when you guys come in, if you have not given StreamYard permission to really kind of acknowledge who you are, then let's make sure you give your name when you first come on. Yeah, man, I don't know, Johnny, quite honestly. I think I know if you're viewing from, I don't know whether you're viewing from my personal page or whether or not you're viewing from the Reman community or whether or not you're viewing from, let's see, my business page. I don't know which one you're viewing from, but there should always come up. I know it comes up on my personal page. There should always come up an invite for you to let StreamYard use your name or connect Facebook with StreamYard, right? So if you go to my personal page, man, if you're viewing from that, then you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see this comment that StreamYard gives, and all you got to do is click the thing, and then it'll function across all of the Facebook platforms if you do it that way. Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., what's good?
What up, dope?
I'm good, man. How you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good, bro. How you how
Good.
you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised that I made it through yesterday, but I made it through
yeah,
yesterday
yeah,
with
yeah.
flying colors. I did some things to honor my mom's memory,
Absolutely.
and I hung out with you guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My wife made a great meal.
Oh, awesome, man.
Uh,
I was thinking about you, bro. I was thinking
yeah,
about you.
yeah,
That
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate it, man. The brotherhood is real, and it
yeah,
probably
yeah.
is something that will come up in today's conversation as it
Hmm.
relates to talking about Black history and Black history figures. I think I found a common thread, and
Mm.
I'd like to explore it with you today. So good morning to all of you, Lottie Dottie and everybody. As you guys already know, um, Leroy cheats on us on Mondays. He does not stay with us. He puts the money on the nightstand and then he's out. Right on Mondays. That's the way he rolls.
It looked like Eddie Murphy and Boomerang holding the blanket under the.
Yeah, yeah. Like call me. Yeah. So so we only have
Mm,
until 11 o'clock today, and I genuinely want to explore this conversation that we're going to have today. Let me give you guys a glimpse of what that conversation is going to be. I'm gonna put it up and then I'm gonna take it down. We're gonna clown a little bit. We're gonna put the hoodies up. We're gonna spend the majority of our time with the hoodies up, just because Mondays we don't have a lot of time. So this is what we're going to deal with today. Beyond the buzz, cultivating clarity and command in a world of distractions.
mm.
Right?
Oh man, you
Yeah.
used the dictionary on that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I just
That's a good one.
want to talk about distractions, and how as brothers with purpose in particular, how things can things can just kind of buzz, and if you're
Yeah,
not careful, you'll pay attention to the buzz more than you'll pay attention to purpose. So
absolutely.
that's what I want to talk about today, man. How was your weekend?
Uh, it was. I'm gonna be honest. I had a rough week,
Okay, okay,
and I did. And this weekend was it was a tough weekend, and it was because and you know this, but I'm a part of a couple of ministries at my church, and one of the ministries that I'm a part of is the Honor God. You're
yeah,
familiar with what Honor God is and
yes,
everything like that and stuff. So for those that are in the military, but we had one at our church because our pastor is a bishop. So when he got elevated to that position, one of the ministries that they created was the Honor God to be able to
got
come
it.
in and to march. And we would do it during communion services where we would usher in the service.
Yeah,
Is what the honor guard would do. So our captain,
yeah,
our captain had an 8-year battle with prostate cancer,
got it.
and we buried him. We honored him this weekend. His funeral was Saturday, so
Yeah,
it was a great, just it was a good weekend in regards to just learning more about him, the things that I didn't know. This was a very accomplished man,
yeah,
and he was athletic. He was on played football and basketball in the high school, which
yeah,
I didn't know. He
yeah.
graduated from the same high school that my older sister graduated from.
Okay,
So here in Baltimore, graduated from Northwestern. Those that
okay,
are here in Baltimore know Northwestern High School. That's where
okay,
he graduated. She graduated from. But just I learned some great things about him and his dedication. He spent 28 years in the service in the army,
okay.
and was a master sergeant, I think is the
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
the rank
Hmm.
that he ascended to. But
Okay,
just a very one of the things that I'll say, and I'll be finished, is one of the things that my pastor said when he did the eulogy. He talked about him. His name was John Willie Anderson. I saw that. I was like, oh man, he got one of them old Southern names, boy. John Willie. But one of the things that our pastor said about him, because he had his masters and several other degrees and stuff like that, but he said that he had an appetite for always being better,
mm,
wanting to be better. And he said we should want to live our lives always wanting to be better.
that's so good, bro.
Yeah, man. So it was good in learning more about him and learning who he was and the great man that he was. And I told you, man, these are the three men that I mentioned last week with Carl Weathers, Joe Madison, Black Eagle, and John Anderson. They were remain men, bro. It
Yeah,
made me think about remain and what we represent as
yeah.
men. And these were those type of men that had they loved to serve. They wanted us to be better as people, and wanted us as men to be better as men. So
Wow,
you know,
wow.
so yeah,
Yeah, man. And here's what else I noticed, Leroy, which is really dope, right? I've noticed as well Carl Weathers, Joe Madison, and what's his name?
John Willie.
John Willie, right? That in your mind and in my mind now as well, the level of greatness that
Yeah,
John Willie is synonymous with Carl Weathers, Joe
yeah,
Madison, right?
yeah,
And I think
absolutely.
sometimes we get starstruck,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And we
yeah.
give honor to the Carl Weathers of the world.
But
Everybody knows him, Rocky. Can I just tell you this? Just a pause. I think I could have beat Carl Weathers in a fight, man. Like
did did
if
you
we,
know he played football for the Oakland Raiders?
I did not.
Yeah, he I forgot what it was, back in the mid '70s or so. But he played for the Oakland Raiders.
I did not know
I,
that, man.
I did not know that when I started, when I saw they give you information on. I was
Yeah,
like, I did not know that. So
Yeah,
he was an athlete, and that's probably part of the reason. I forgot how I said he got into acting, but that was probably part of the reason that he fit the mold of Apollo Creed, man.
yeah, yeah. I think I would have got him.
You
Like
think? Yeah, okay.
sometimes, man, I'm looking at myself in the mirror in the morning, right, and I'm just in awe. Hey, Leroy, I'm in awe of what I see, right? Michael Norton, what's up, man? He said, "Good morning, listening while working. Good to see you, my guy. Thank you for hanging out with us. I
Mike is
love
always
the content."
grinding.
Michael Norton said, "The best podcast." Thank you, bro. We genuinely appreciate that. I don't know why Leroy is chuckling. I'm acknowledging my physical prowess in the mornings, right? And
Keep hope alive, Jesse. Keep hope alive. Believe in yourself, and don't nobody else believe in you.
yo, man, it be your own people. It be your
It be
own
your
people.
own people. It be
It
your
be your
own
own
people,
people that
no
don't
doubt,
believe in you. So
definitely.
you got to
And I'm
believe.
one of them people this morning.
You're one of those
I'm
people,
gonna tell
baby.
the truth. I got to tell the truth.
It is the truth as he sees it. I get a chance to look at this magnificent specimen. Main Keys, what's happening, my guy? I get a chance to get a view of this specimen every single day, and so I genuinely forgive you for your ignorance, my brother. I forgive you for your ignorance, but just be clear that yeah, I I could have taken Apollo Creed.
Mhm.
I could have been. How many Rockies were there?
Oh, don't get me lying. What, up to seven? Was it seven?
Maybe I don't know. Somebody tell us
Yeah,
how many
I know it was a
Rockies.
lot of them.
How many?
They should have stopped at maybe three.
No, let's see. I think one and two were necessary. They fought
Correct. Yeah,
each
you had
other.
to have a two. Yeah,
Gotta
definitely
have
needed one
two,
or two.
right? Um, was three with Mr. T,
Yeah, I think three was with Mr. T.
and then four was Ivan Draga,
Okay. Okay.
right? Remember him, the big Russian?
Yeah, the big the Russian dude, because he was the one that beat Apollo Creed. He was the one
Right,
that killed Apollo Creed. So
right.
I can see the four. I can see the four because Rocky wanted to get
Yeah,
revenge for what
yeah.
happened
I
with
don't know
Apollo
what it
Creed.
was beyond those, man. Quite honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't
Um,
either. But
yeah.
have you watched any of the Creed?
Oh, I
Um,
watched all three. What is it? Three
do
or
you?
two?
Okay. Yeah,
Three
it's
or
three of
two.
them. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
three
I
of them.
watched all of them. I enjoyed every single one of them. I love the spinoff. I love that they've taken it to another level.
Yeah, yeah. I like
Yeah,
the way that they transitioned it out
yeah,
of Rocky
yeah,
into his own
yeah,
into Creed, the
yeah,
son,
yeah,
Adonis,
sure,
into Adonis, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
So, for those of you that are watching, do me a favor. Let us know what your view is. Leroy, in a moment, is in 2 moments, 2 minutes, is about to go into our. We have a blackety black history focus of every single show, uh, and I'm excited to hear who Leroy is going to acknowledge today. But before he does that, let us know out of all the Rockies, do you think Creed is better? Do you think Rocky is better? I'd like to know where you guys stand on the Rocky Creed dynasty, really, that has been
Yeah,
created.
yeah.
Let us know who you. There she is.
Is it Crystal? Crystal.
You know what it is.
It ain't Crystal. It's Crystal.
It's Crystal. Cindy Styles Clark. I have been saying her name like that for years.
Really?
Look. I'm gonna just let you go into what you are going because she comes in hot
I know she didn't. She came in hot.
she comes in intentionally not being like we didn't ask you who your favorite actor was. So here's the question. Please pay attention to the question. The question is, out of the Rocky
Oh.
series and the Creed series, which one do you like the most? Which dynasty do you like the most? Do you like the Rocky dynasty or the Creed dynasty? Look, she knows she come in to do dirt, right? This this is what she does. My guy, good to see you. Good morning, my guy. Um, the show can start. She's here. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right. Yeah,
she's in the
Crystal,
building.
Crystal's in the building. And so yes, yes, the show can start. Um, the Breakfast Club, Leroy. So nobody is sharing yet. So as they share, I'll put them up. But the Breakfast Club is now has DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God, and Jess. Right? I hear. Let's see. Hey, it's only right. No, it's not. I'm with Rocky. You like Rocky? Okay. Thank Crystal. Thank you for answering the question 5 minutes later. Like we really, really, genuinely appreciate you for answering the
Leave
question.
Crystal alone, man. Leave
No, I
Crystal
can't
alone, right?
leave Crystal alone. Hell
Chris,
no, we're not
Chris,
gonna leave Crystal alone.
Crystal always got my back, so I gotta have her. I gotta have her back, bro.
Crystal
I
always
gotta have her back.
Crystal
She always
always
got
has
my
your
back,
back.
so
Yeah,
I got your back, Crystal. I got your back.
she always has your back. Good morning, Crystal Fendi Styles Clark. Good morning, Dwight Robinson. Good morning, Michael Norton. Uh, do me a favor, guys. Tag some brothers in the room. The Grown Man Podcast. We appreciate every single grown. This is the grown folks room, right? We come in as grown folks,
That's
and
for
even if
real.
we come in as grown folks, look at this woman. Thank
You
you.
welcome, Crystal. Absolutely, absolutely.
What it do, good people? We don't know who you are. You got on a ski mask.
They
We don't
coming
know.
up in the. They how they gonna come up in the crib, bro? Early Monday morning.
Early Monday morning
Early
with the
Monday
same
morning.
shenanigans, with a ski mask on, not telling us who you are. And I found out what happens, Leroy. I saw it as we
Right,
were kind of scheduling the show today, right? What
mhm,
happens is the only place that thing shows up where it says, "Hey,
right.
log in and give us connection permission," is on my personal page. It
Ah,
doesn't
okay,
show up
okay.
on any other page. It doesn't show up in the community.
Yeah, and I can imagine it not showing
Yeah,
up in the. I guess that makes sense in the
yeah,
group in the
yeah.
remain
It
group
doesn't show up in the group.
community.
It doesn't show up
Yeah.
on my business page. It doesn't
Hmm.
show up on
That's
anything
interesting.
other than my personal page. So,
You
so
need
I
to call Mark up and tell him to fix that, bro. You need to tell him. It
yeah,
need to show up. Need to show up all
we
over the
we we
place.
we done tried to reach the Apple CEO. So maybe now we'll call Mark Zuckerberg and tell him, my guy, uh, we need
Yeah,
you.
we need you to handle some business.
Lou Lou Rosado,
My man.
what's happening, man? Yeah, that's my dude. He said, I don't know why that happened. Yeah, I don't know either, Lou, but we have a lot of trauma in our community as black people. So when somebody shows up, we want to know two questions. Who are you and who sent
Yeah,
you?
they they mess around and walk away with a limp. And do what they used to say, walk away with a limp. Come roll up in the crib and not announce yourself.
It's the easy. It's the easy. Crystal said
Mhm.
it's crazy how I literally blocked my calendar to join in with y'all. Remand meeting, recurring meeting.
We love it. We
I'm
love it.
honored. Yeah, yeah, for real, for real. I'm
That is
honored.
that is that is an honor.
I know I know what your schedule is like, right? So I know it's bananas. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hey, Leroy, because
Yep.
as you guys know, Leroy cheats on us on Mondays. He doesn't stay with us on Mondays. He's got look, everybody look at me. He's got another engagement, right? One day, what we're going to see is somebody in he look. I don't know whether he's in his bedroom or living room. I don't know where he is right now, right? But one day, what you're going to see is somebody's hand say, "Leroy, Leroy, come back to bed. You don't have to do that every day.
You finished with that podcast yet?
With that podcast yet? And Leroy gonna be like, shh, shh.
I told you not to be. I told you to be quiet.
Good morning, baby. There's wifey. There's wifey in
Mhm.
the room. She's talking about Sly Stone. That's not the question. That's not the question. Oh, is Sly Stone a part of the Rocky series? I'm wondering because they did have a Rocky that was just about it, and I've never watched it, but they did have a Rocky that was just called something similar to that. So that might be the issue. Leroy, take it away, man. It's on you since you have an appointment after.
Well, y'all can join me for my appointment on LinkedIn. Since he won't be smart about it every morning that he left, every Monday morning in the Authors Network room. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
But no, bro, let's get into this, man. And today is one of my favorite people of all time to really talk about. This gentleman is not only from I love him because he's from Baltimore, but just what he did for us as setting the standard and excellence for black men and for us as black entrepreneurs. And that's Reginald F. Lewis, for those that may not be familiar with him and the great man that he was. He was born December 7th in 1942 in Baltimore, Maryland, the greatest city on the planet, um, and was a
I'm not
pioneering.
even gonna do. I'm
We
not.
don't
You
need
know.
any. We
I'm not
don't
even going there
need
with
any
you.
commentary
I'm not.
from
I'm
from
not.
the peanut gallery.
I'm
From
not
the
even.
peanut gallery.
I'm just gonna sit here and let you be great. That's what Crystal just said. Crystal said, "Let you be great." So I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you be great.
But he was a pioneering black businessman, a black businessman, lawyer, and philanthropist. His journey is a testament to resilience, vision, and unwavering determination. He achieved iconic status primarily for his groundbreaking acquisition of the Beatrice International Foods in 1987. At the time, this leverage buyout was the largest ever conducted by an African American. Through his firm, TLC Group, Lewis orchestrated the acquisition for an astounding $985 million, showcasing his strategic acumen and business prowess. His success in the deal catapulted him into the elite ranks of the business world, earning him widespread recognition. The acquisition was a game changer, making Mr. Lewis the first African American to own a $1 billion company. His legacy extended beyond personal success, inspiring generations of aspiring entrepreneurs, especially those from underrepresented communities. Mr. Lewis' entrepreneurial spirit was rooted in his early experiences, including his time at Harvard Law School and as a corporate lawyer. He founded the law firm Lewis and Clarkson before transitioning to the world of business. Apart from his trailblazing business achievements, Mr. Lewis was a committed advocate for education and philanthropy. He believed in giving back to his community and empowering future leaders. He served on various corporate boards and devoted time to initiatives promoting education and entrepreneurship. Tragically, he passed away on January 19th, 1993, at the age of 50. However, his legacy lives on through the impact he made in the business world and his philanthropic endeavors. In reflecting on his contributions, it's evident that his entrepreneurial journey was not just about personal success, but also about breaking down barriers and opening doors for others. His story continues to inspire individuals, emphasizing the importance of vision, perseverance, and community upliftment in the entrepreneurial landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Reginald F. Lewis. There's a museum here in Baltimore. If you ever visit Baltimore, go visit the Reginald F. Lewis Museum, right downtown Baltimore. It is a great museum in honor of this man. And in case you have not read um, the book "Why Should White Men Have All the Fun," that is by Mr. Reginald Lewis as well too. It was one of the first books, and I saw this book. I was working for he was an attorney, black attorney, young guy, and I was doing his bookkeeping, and he happened to have the book on his shelf, and he was younger than me. He was young.
Yeah.
He was younger than me, and but I was just I loved the little time that was able to spend working at his firm. His last name was Janey. I forget his first name, but I saw that book by
Why
Reginald F.
should white
Lewis,
men
bro.
have all the fun?
Why? No, yeah, yeah. Why should white men have all the fun?
Wow.
And and I saw the book and I asked him about it, and he told me, yeah, this is Reginald F. Lewis. And I was like, man, I'd like to read that. And he let me read that book, bro. And I
Wow.
was like, man, to find out about this man, and then to find out that he was from right here in Baltimore, because he went to Dunbar High School, but went on to Harvard University, Harvard College, went on to Harvard Law School. I'm sorry, I think he went to Virginia Union, I think, for his undergrad, and then he went on to law school at Harvard Law.
And
And
so when you say right here in Baltimore,
yes, yeah, I didn't mispronounce it.
here
Hear
denotes
the
that
words that are coming out of my mouth.
here here
Baltimore, bro.
here would denote, black man, that you are in Baltimore.
Yes, my birth certificate says Baltimore, Maryland. Sinai Hospital.
My birth my birth certificate says Wilmington, Delaware. I'm not there though. I am
Correct.
I am in Atlanta.
Yeah, you live in Atlanta, right? No, no, you ain't. No, get it right. You want to talk about me? Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Where you right
In
now?
Atlanta.
Yeah, you're right. Just like I'm in Baltimore.
No, we didn't jump in
Oh,
without the hoods up, Crystal. We know what we doing on the Grown Man Podcast. See, this is what I'm saying, man. Whenever you got family, look, Crystal said y'all jumped right in without the hoods up. No, it ain't the hoods up section yet. We
yeah, not
getting
yet.
ready, we getting ready to enter. Leroy, I'm gonna just let you handle Crystal since y'all got this marvelous relationship. I want to see how you gonna handle this now that you got a corrector. Can you correct her, Leroy?
What she say? Y'all jump right into the hood. No, we didn't jump in. That was just for this blackity black Black History Month, Crystal. What we decided to do instead of doing the morning conversation that we call it, where we have the contrasting where you got to pick, we decided to started to highlight and spotlight some phenomenal black people that you want might not readily know
Yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
that you
Yeah, I
haven't
didn't
heard
know that
about.
name. I didn't know that name. So thank you for that, man.
Oh,
And,
you
and
didn't know about you
you
didn't know
shared
about
that
Retro
name.
F. Loose?
I didn't know that name before you shared it with me maybe a month ago,
Oh,
right?
okay, okay.
You told
Yeah,
me
oh
about
man. Yeah, you got it. That should be one of your books. One of your
yeah,
books that you read, bro.
yeah. Told me about
That deal that he made, to become the first billion, put the $1 billion deal together, bro.
yeah,
That was huge.
yeah,
And
sure.
he was another accomplished black man as well too, because he played sports. He was I think an All-American as well too. So
Yeah,
he was not just intelligent, but he was also athletic
yeah,
as well too,
yeah,
and just did some phenomenal things and has done things here for I think, for the city and everything like that. Before his untimely death, I think he had brain cancer, but he was only 50.
yeah, yeah.
He was only 50.
Shout out to Reginald F. Lewis. Lala says, "You are where, babe? I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. And
Excuse me.
if you know what's good for you, you will say I'm in Atlanta too. Don't you are my wife. Line up, line up." Crystal said, "Well, it's 10:27. I'm just checking for the record." Yeah, we know it's 10:27. Leroy, get your girl. I need you to get your
Well,
girl.
all right, real quick, because we got to put the hoodies on, y'all, because y'all know we short today. But what remind me of? Remember in the Five Heartbeats when they was when Eddie Kane was sitting at the table with the guy
Mhm,
and they were
mhm.
doing baby girl, I forgot her name. She came walking up, and he's like, "You ain't gonna check your girl?"
You
And
ain't
he
gonna
goes,
you ain't gonna check
he,
your girl?
he was
Coach
like, "Don't you
Foster
don't?"
Sellers.
He
What's up,
said, "Don't
Coach?
you?"
Good to see you, man. Let's see. He did a lot of Coach said he did a lot of work in the community.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man,
Uh,
absolutely.
Crystal Fendi Styles Clark said, "Let's get to it."
She on a schedule. She on a
You
schedule.
on the schedule?
She on a schedule today.
Marla said, "Leroy, he's wherever he says we are." That's right. That's right, line. That's right. Line up. Line up. Uh, I think Leroy said, "Good morning, everybody." Crystal said, nights like this
Whatever
I
you
wish
like, whatever you
wherever you
like.
like. Hop on one leg.
I know. Walk like a dog.
Like
No, no, let me see.
a big dog. Woof,
Yeah, okay. And
woof.
I'm gonna tell you like Tommy told Martin. He was like, out here, you think you the man, but when
Woo.
you was back there, she gonna hurt you bad.
Hoodies up. Let's work. So
Hey
Crystal,
y'all, I'm gonna tell you the real reason he wear that hat on his head. Y'all wanna know why the real reason? And when y'all see them lumps Marlon done put on his head.
he did this. He did this right here. Y'all see this? Marla, Marla hit me. She's abusive. She hit me.
Oh my god.
Crystal said, "I can't stand y'all."
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Let's go, bro. What you got
All right.
for us today,
Yeah,
man?
so this
It's
is what I want to talk about, man. I really and it kind of it lines up really, Leroy, with what you were mentioning a moment ago about Reginald F. Lewis. And um if you could think about every single individual that you have mentioned, individuals that you will be mentioning,
Mhm.
um one of the consistent elements across every successful individual is the ability to manage distractions,
Mm,
right? It's the
mm.
ability to remain focused
Yes, sir.
when everything around you is soliciting your attention,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So what I'd like to talk about today, man, in this Black History Month, is how oftentimes the Reginald F. You can't get to the status of a Reginald F. Lewis. You can't get to the status of who are some of the other people that you've mentioned so far, Leroy?
We did oh, you got me thinking. We did who did I do just the other day? We did Joe Madison.
Joe Madison.
Yeah, we did Joe Madison and
You have to remain faithful to the call and cause and purpose, even when distractions come, right? And so, what I'd like to talk about, Leroy, is the power of focus. We
mhm.
Leroy said, "I don't went to the dictionary, got this different this podcast title, right?" But we want to talk about beyond the buzz, cultivating clarity and command in a world of distractions, right? Beyond the buzz. I'd like to know before Leroy kind of starts. We only got about 20 minutes. This is what preachers do when they get up to preach, and they spend 15 minutes of their time talking about stuff that is irrelevant, and then complain that they ain't got a lot of time left. Right? How do
For
I
real,
know?
for real, for real.
Because I used to do that. I I used to do that.
It ain't on the paper at all.
It ain't on the paper. Yeah, none of that. Um, Crystal said, "Well, yeah, Crystal, as a businesswoman, Lala, coach as a businessman, everyone that's watching, I'd like to know what your vice is. Like all of us have vices, right? Brothers have vices, and it does have to always be. Sometimes when we hear vices, we hear it, and I need us to hear it in negative terms, Leroy. But
Mhm.
it's not always sin stuff or anything like that, right? Sometimes vices can be things that, when used properly, are for your good, but when used improperly, can really serve as distractions to where you're going and the purpose that you have. Look like you want to say something.
Some people's vices is food.
Right, right, right. So and I got three things that I want to lay out for us to talk about, and I'd like to kind of get into those and have you comment on each of the three, and then we'll be able to close down so that you can get to your other girl. You can get to your other girl. This the girl only come around once a week. We family. This girl come around once a week, get all your attention. Yeah.
Not,
So
not you saying I got a side chick
you got a
though.
side chick. You got a side chick. She ain't the main chick. She a side chick. I hope they watching.
He said she know her role. Every Monday, 11 o'clock. That's all.
She know her. She know her
Bro,
role.
let's go. See you getting distracted. See you getting
I
distracted.
didn't make the comments,
Stop,
bro. You made
stop
the com-
playing. Stop
you
playing.
you made the comments. So Leroy, talk a little bit about, man, how demanding
Mm,
distractions can be and what their real cause is. Like their cause is to get you away from purpose. And I
yeah,
think
yeah,
when we
yeah.
begin to really acknowledge that, and when we see the three things that I've laid out as
Mhm.
distractions, and there are others, this is not an exhaustive list, but I really like to talk about these three. Talk overall about distractions.
And see here's the thing about distractions, and I think, and we're not getting religious on here or anything like that, but I think it was Bishop Jakes, and he was talking about the he was talking about how the adversary, how he doesn't know what our assignment is, but his purpose and what he does is to distract us from doing and getting to where it is that we want to get to. So he knows he knows he can't win, but the his only goal is to distract you from trying to get you to where it is so that you can win.
Yeah.
And we've got to understand, any successful person, entrepreneur, personal life,
And
you're
can I just
going,
keep it in context? Joe Madison,
yeah,
right? Pinky Cole, Reginald F.
absolutely,
Lewis. I need you to hear these names in the context
yeah,
of what allowed them to make history.
David Stewart,
David
absolutely.
Stewart, right?
All of these successful people, they became successful because they moved, they didn't listen to the noise. And
Mm,
that's what distractions are. It's the noise. And when you get caught up in the noise, you get lost in where it is that you're going to. That's why we always have to be mindful of what our focus is on, because I've said this and I've learned this, bro, that what the mind focuses on, that's where
expand.
it will go.
It,
That's
it, it will go there and it will expand. Wherever
Yep,
your focus is, expands.
yep. So if you allow the distractions to take over you, that's where your mind is going to go. But if you remain focused on, on what it is that you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to achieve, you'll move towards that. So yeah, those distractions, everybody has distractions, y'all.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
not one of us that can say that we do not have
Yeah.
distractions
Yeah. So you
each
got to
and
manage
every
it.
day. Yeah,
So you got to
and that's
manage
what it is.
it.
That's
Yeah.
the key, is how you manage the distractions.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about this one, Leroy. Look at that one up there. The number one, or one in the list.
Yep,
These are
got to
not
be.
necessarily most important or second, third
Right.
like that, but this is absolutely a
Yes.
distraction. Let's talk about the echo chamber of social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
The distraction of social media. I
Yes,
was
sir.
talking with one of my friends the other day. My wife and I were at the mall, and I was on the phone with him, and and then after that, we were kind of clowning about Dallas, right? He's a Dallas fan, and I told him I was going to put up a post about Jesus returning. He said, "I dare you," so I did. I did, right? Crystal said, "Keep tunnel vision on your purpose. You have to.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good,
You
Crystal.
have
That's
to."
good. Yeah.
So again, I think Crystal brings up a great point that I want to use, right? When she says, "Keep tunnel vision," like we have used the term tunnel vision in such a negative light over time that we don't understand that it's absolutely necessary if you are going to accomplish certain things. Leroy will tell you that when it comes to my assignment, I'm tunnel vision. You can't
You
get
are
me.
clear. You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
clear.
I'm real clear, right? I'm real clear, and I get. Here she go. Cash App, you know the handle. No, we don't know the handle, and no one's today. No one's Cash Apping you, right? So there's such a negative connotation. But if anyone who is successful, Martin, when they say Martin had a dream, he was tunnel vision. Like this is what I'm attempting to accomplish, right?
Yep.
And when we talk about social media, bruh, when we're talking about social media has so many different positions and opinions that if you're not careful, you'll either buy into an opinion that is not yours because you're afraid of standing on your own principle,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or you will be so exhausted and overwhelmed by the numbers of opinions that you just think yours is non existent. Here's what I've learned: if you abide by the echo chamber of social media, everybody's saying something, everybody got a microphone now, everybody has a
Right.
platform now. Um, are you willing to be fearfully and wonderfully made and function in the uniqueness of who it is and who it is God's created you to be and what it is God's created you to do? Because it's that is going to be most powerful as you navigate the distractions. Everybody saying, Donald, you're wrong. One guy on YouTube, and I celebrated. One guy on YouTube said, "You guys don't know what y'all talking about."
Right. Right.
Did you
Right.
see that? You guys don't know what you're talking about. You should probably study. And I get arrogant, like Google me. All you gotta do is Google me, my guy, right? I've been at this game a minute. And so, but I loved the fact that our message was contrarian enough, or at least cause somebody to think like I don't agree with these guys. It's okay. Like, we ain't mad at you because you don't agree with us. We don't want you to agree with everything that we say,
Correct.
right? But I celebrated the fact that something we said triggered someone else. We can't all be saying the same thing. Otherwise, our uniqueness, Leroy, is brought low, right? So talk about the echo chamber of social media.
Yeah, man. It is probably the most or I see why you have it number one, is the most strongest, I should say, it's the strongest distractor that we have,
Yes,
because you can easily go on and get caught up in this rabbit hole, the rabbit hole, the rabbit
yes,
hole. And like you said, that's why we have to mind what we put into our mind.
yeah, yes,
Be careful, and I'm gonna say, be careful what you watch, what you listen to on
uh,
social media. Not saying that you can't,
that's so
that you have some of the things that you want to listen to. That's cool, but you better have something to combat that, because if all you're taking in is these negative shows or whatever you want to call them on social media. It will take you to places that you never thought that your mind would be able to go. And that's why Brother Malcolm said years ago, he said the most powerful tool that is out there is the media.
Yeah,
And that include, and he said that before there was even social media.
yeah, yeah,
So this social media technology age that we're in has gotten even more enhanced. And there's a reason why.
yeah,
There's a reason why that these social media outlets have been created. And if you're not mindful, you will get distracted.
yeah.
It'll take you off of what it is that you want to accomplish, that you want to achieve. And as you were talking, I was always thinking about these distractions. You ever the horse races, you know how they used to have the blinders
Absolutely,
on the horses.
absolutely, bro.
They would put the blinders on the horses because they didn't want the horse to see anything but what was in front of them.
Absolutely,
Didn't want to see the horses to the left or to the right of them. Wanted to only that horse to only function or focus on what was in front of them.
absolutely.
So this morning, this Monday morning, what are you focused on?
That's
Where's your mind? Where is your mind focused?
so you got to deal with the distractions. Here's number two that I want to make sure we get to. Look at this, Leroy. I'm gonna just let you take it.
The seduction of immediate. Oh my goodness, we have gotten
I'm on it
into.
today. I heard God. I'm on it today.
I
I'm real
see.
clear, right? So one of the things that you got to be aware of is you got to be aware of distractions. The second thing that you've got to deal with is this seduction of immediate gratification. The reason why our communities are struggling is
Yep.
because my mom used to say it, baby,
Tell it.
we live in a microwave generation.
Yep. We have gotten
Everybody
there.
wants immediate gratification right now. And because it doesn't happen that way, there's none of us that have prayed and then got up and the prayer was answered. It just doesn't happen that way. It's seed, time, and harvest. Seed, time, and harvest. There's some time that it takes. So let's talk about for 30 seconds, Leroy, because I got one more and I want to spend the majority of our time on that one. But talk about the seduction of immediate gratification.
Yeah, and your mom was so on point with that, where we live in this microwave mentality mindset, in this day and time. We want things immediately, and that's just not it. There's no immediacy to success. Anybody that tells you,
Wait, wait, wait. Don't run. Walk.
yeah, yeah,
There's
anybody
no
that
immediacy to success. There's no overnight success. I was watching the founder one day, and in watching the founder, it said this. He said, we were an overnight success 30 years in the making.
yep,
We're an overnight success 30 years in the making. In other words, what you call overnight success took 30 years.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So understand that there is a process. Everything has a process. What microwaves have done is take the process out of it. Unfortunately,
Yeah, bro.
you know, and so that we don't have to wait as long for our food. But I know Coach is on here, so he'll tell you that the food that we put in the microwave is not as healthy for you as the food that takes longer to cook, longer to fix. And we've got to understand that this immediacy, this immediate gratification, it has it and that's part of why we get distracted, is because we think that it's supposed, and we're not willing to. We haven't gotten conditioned to work out in the process.
Yeah, yeah. Work the process.
Yeah, work the process.
It's crazy because I have fallen into that. My
Yeah.
mom, my mom is hyper. So if you guys hear me talk about my mom a lot today, she's hyper on my mind. Right. Yesterday was the first anniversary of her transition, and I made it. I made it through it, through the brotherhood, my wife. I made it through it. Right, family. Um, but she always talked about the fact that she said, boy, you the most impatient guy I've ever met in my life, son. And if you're going, she used to always tell me, if you're going to do well, you're going to have to learn how to be more patient. It just doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah,
She used to make statements like, you gotta crawl before you walk. I said, I'm a walk. She's like, all right, because she
yeah,
throw her hands up immediately. Um, so the seduction of immediate gratification. It's the reason why guys don't stay in marriage without cheating, because we want things to happen. We don't want our marriages to simmer. We don't want it to grow. We want everything to be happening right now and right
yeah,
away. And that's why it's a seduction. Even for the guys that don't think that way, there is a temptation, there is a seduction. Let's not act like, we're all just kind of sitting up and everything's good all the time. No, there are temptations and seductions. And one of the seductions is immediate gratification. Leroy, 30 seconds, and I'm gonna
yeah.
give this last one because you're the one that gotta go. Like we're the family is still here. The grown family is still here. You're the one that has to go. Go ahead, man.
Now,
Just
just real quick,
yeah. Mhm.
and it goes to what we talked about Reginald F. Lewis, to put that $1 billion deal together.
Yes.
That didn't happen overnight.
Yes. Yes.
That was a process to putting
Yeah.
that deal together,
Yes.
and for all of that to work out, to culminate, and to
That's
be
so
able to
good.
close.
That's so
So
good.
we've got to understand there's this process, and I'm sure he had all kinds of distractions
Right.
coming with that deal, putting that deal together. People that
Right.
didn't want the deal to happen,
Right.
people that didn't like it. All of those were distractions.
Right.
But he understood. Hey, and we say that it's not a sprint; it's a marathon.
Yeah, it's a marathon. It's gonna take a
It's
minute.
it's gonna take a
Here's what
minute.
I had to satisfy my own mind. There are going to be some great achievements that man makes while I'm alive and its leader. But the monumental things that I'm dreaming about may not even happen in my lifetime. And I've had to settle that, right? I've had to settle that in my own mind that this black man's Disney world that we're building, I may see it, I may not see it. I don't know. But I'm fully okay with the fact I want to see it. I don't want to be like
But
Walt Disney. I want to see it. But even if I want to see it, I got 20, 30 years down the line.
But see, here's the thing about what you just said, bro. And I think I've said it to you before. What Walt Disney's wife said when they opened Disneyland, and the person leaned over to her and said, wish your husband was here to see it.
She said
She
he
said
saw it.
he already saw it.
He saw it. Yeah.
He saw it before everybody else, and that's why it's
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
why it's here.
Here we go, y'all. I gotta rush through it. Here's number 3: the misalignment of relationships. Listen to
Ooh,
me. If you don't get anything else out of this podcast other than this one,
bro,
be careful of your connections.
you did some thinking this weekend, didn't you? You did.
Tell the people, Leroy, why I turn my back. Listen, I need y'all to know that one of the things that can absolutely advance or destroy your purpose and assignment is the misalignment of relationships. And I'm not just talking about intimate relationships, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about how much family you allow in, the misalignment. Like if you are in constant relationships with individuals that don't align with where you're going, you distracted.
Yes, sir. And it becomes a distraction, man. Yeah, you on it this morning because you check your circle.
Absolutely.
Check your circle of impact.
Now
And
I want you to deal with that, Leroy. I'm gonna give you the rest of the time. We got 6 minutes left. Take as much of your time as you need to take with it. When you talk about a circle of impact, I call it an honor society. You talk about a circle of impact. I'd like to use your term for today's purposes because this is what I realize. Whether or not we know it, good or bad, your circle is impacting you,
Yep.
right? So the right circle will impact you positively, but the wrong
Wrong
circle
circle.
is still going to
Woo.
impact you. You're still being impacted by your circle. So I want to know who's in your circle. I want you to do an audit. Take a moment today. Do me a favor. Do it. Take an audit today of your circle. Who are you hanging around? Who has your ear? Who are you spending time with? Because people ask all the time, do you mean I got to just throw away my friends? I'm not saying that. But if my friends aren't going where I'm going, if my friends are cheating on their wives, they 300 pounds, they eating all kind of crap, I ain't spending time with that all the time. No, it doesn't mean I can't say what's up to you, can't take a phone call from you, but I'm going somewhere. And I can't let the noise get to me. Leroy, take the rest of the time, man.
Yeah, bro. Check those that pour into you, and check those that you're pouring into. That's what the circle of impact is. And that audit is crucial. We're in the first month of 2024, into the second month now of 2024. And one of the things that we talked about at the end of 2023, where there's some people that were not to go with you into 2024. So you wanna make sure that those that are in your circle are not a distraction.
Wow, bro. Wow. You want to make sure that those that are in your circle are not a distraction.
A distraction to you. And if they are a distraction to you, meaning they are hindering you and keeping you from getting to where it is that you say you want to be. I talk about it all the time. Where is it that you say you want to be at the end of 2024? And the choices that you make from now to that point should be directed at getting you to that point. And if you have someone in your circle that is hindering you from getting to that point, hey, it's that's a no brainer.
But Leroy, what if they've been my friend for 30 years, man?
We get it. You love him like a brother, love him like a sister. But here's what Jesus said to his very own disciple, Peter. When Peter said, Lord, I ain't letting you go, he said, get thee behind me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I can't allow you to keep me from where I know I got to go to.
Listen, we ain't even got to use Peter. The way he talked to his mama,
Who,
like
didn't he?
where you been? Like what?
Don't you know?
Jesus was
Don't
a
you
G.
know?
Hey, listen, don't you talk to your mama like that, because you ain't gonna come out like Jesus came out.
I know, right?
I
Yeah,
can promise you.
yeah, yeah. You gonna go meet Jesus if you talk to your mama like that. I'm just saying.
Look at what Lou Rosado said. He said you're the average of the 5 people you interact with the most.
mm, mm.
You're the average of the 5 people you interact with the most.
Y'all better listen.
That you're the average of the 5 people you interact with the most. What's going in your eyes? What TV shows you watching? What movies you watching? Are you feeding your mind anything and your spirit anything other than junk food?
Mm,
When the last time you read a book about your mind? I go to sleep
mm.
reading books. I live in my car. I very rarely listen to music. I want to listen to some books.
Yes, sir.
Pigeons can soar with eagles.
No, sir.
And it really depends on how bad you want it. We got 30 seconds, Leroy. Take that 30 seconds. We'll take the hoodies off and we'll let you go on about your way. Be gone.
Ain't that what Cat Williams said in Norbert? Be gone. Leave my presence. Just stupid, dude. You ain't make no sense, man. See, he trying to distract y'all this morning. He distractions. Nope, I'm done. I'm done. Mine, you're not distracting me from being able to get on here because I gotta do the session today. So I definitely gotta be on time. So
Goodies are all. Love and respect, y'all. Have a great day. Be gone.
peace, y'all. We're gonna be back. We're gonna finish this tomorrow.
All
He
right.
ain't right.